This thing here, what you see, is actually the nest of a red ant. We call it as weaver ants. Chiguru Eco Space also has beautiful surroundings, and one amazing place that we have is a stream right next to the farm. This is a stream that comes from the hills, zero pollution, no chemical residual or anything, and we actually use this for drinking. This is one amazing place. It's actually our jacuzzi. There are 101 reasons or 1001 reasons to stay with nature. Okay, here we have nice assorted varieties of fruit crops. Of course, we have the king of fruits, mango. This is the Mallika variety. And we have at least 10 other varieties of mangoes. We have harvested already. These are the second lot. We got this. These are like about three years old plants, and we have already got good yield in this. And also I have guava next to them, and then lime as intercrops. One thing that you should observe here is this thing here, what you see, is actually the nest of a red ant. We call it as weaver ants. They bring leaves together and they weave a nice nest using the silk that the larvae produce. They are very advanced in their artwork. So it is also hydrophobic in nature. So the white silk that they bring out is very good. So when they want to have that silk produced, the adult ants will carry the larvae, and then the larvae will start weaving the plant, the web. So that is hydrophobic, and it will save the nest from getting wet in heavy rain. Otherwise, I have my fruits and all here. I also have bitter lime here. See, this is another thing. We need to choose our crops based on what is in demand. Of course, I have mangoes, not much. I have about 100 plants because I don't want to compete with regular farmers in growing mangoes. I love mangoes. My family loves mangoes, so this is for us. And anything extra is sold. But then my main crop is like bitter lime. Not many people actually grow bitter lime, but it's of highly useful thing. We make nice pickles out of it. We make juice and all that. So it's medicinal as well. And then that is not available in the market all the time. And I get a good price for this because there's no competition. So my advice to people who want to venture into this farming thing is you need to look at what is your niche thing, and then decide your crops according to that. So all this wild growth that you see here is good for us because this is what is keeping my soil fertile. Because generally we talk about maintaining soil health. I believe in a strategy where I take care of the soil and the plant has no other option but to grow, because it's growing in its natural state and in a fertile soil where you have diverse nutrition and all the microbes available in abundance. So it actually retains its vitality. And any fruit that I get here, any produce I get here is of its true nature. So with all the loaded intrinsic qualities, I don't want to have any crop which is diluted in its medicinal values or anything, because I have seen that happening. We try to create some produce altering its natural characteristics and making it grow in abundance, but then the quality of that fruit or quality of that stuff would not be that great. So we want to avoid that. Now nature in Chiguru Eco Space also has beautiful surroundings, and one amazing place that we have is a stream right next to the farm. We will show you. a nice walk in the jungle is something that every one of us would need, because that's the best way for us to stay connected with nature. And look at the I'm saying, unfortunately we're not able to get the smell, but then you can smell this beautiful fragrance of wild uh, growth. And I have bamboo here. We need to remember that there are two distinct things, natural ecosystem and wild ecosystem. No, sorry, natural ecosystem and built ecosystem. Built ecosystem is the city or the place where we are living in Bangalore, but these are natural areas. And if you look at how beautiful this place is, you'll know it really energizes anyone who comes here. And this is one such place. 30 kilometers from Bangalore, if there's some place where you can directly start drinking water from a stream, this is one of them. This is a stream that comes from the hills, zero pollution, no chemical residual or anything, and we actually use this for drinking. So this is the best water you can get actually. This goes downstream and joins Arkavati river, but as of now and then get polluted, because Arkavati is really polluted. But right now, since it's coming from the stream, from the hills, I can actually enjoy this water. I need to tell you one thing. The water that I just drank is one of the most healthy one, because this is full of microorganisms, and these microorganisms live here in this wild spaces, and that is exactly what is there in our body as well. So unfortunately we are now used to drinking RO water, reverse osmosis, where we are removing all these microbes, and we are drinking something that is not supposed to be called water anymore. So it's high time we switch over back to uh, natural water. And this is one amazing place. It's actually our jacuzzi. So we come here and we just sleep here after a heavy rainfall, and then we'll enjoy a nice jacuzzi effect here. And we go on a hike like this whenever we get visitors. We go on a hike just like this in the wilderness. And during monsoon, it actually flows quite high. And being in this kind of an environment is important for us, because when these trees are in their native state like this, they actually pump a lot of essential, beneficial, volatile compounds called photonicides. And these photonicides help keep the environment in a healthy state, and then bring down all the pathogen count low. That is their way of keeping the environment healthy. Now what happens is, if we enter into such a place and then if we start inhaling that air full of this photonicides, our body develops something called as natural killer cells. Natural killer cells. And these killer cells will actually help us fight against all the diseases. So earlier people, doctors and others used to tell us that, okay, if you're not feeling well, go to a hill station or go to some natural place and you'll start feeling better. Nobody knew why that used to work, but now we have scientific reasons why it works. There's something now there's a practice called forest bathing, wherein you actually take the goodness of the forest into you. You inhale all the good photonicides and they help you stay healthy. So there are 101 reasons or 1001 reasons to stay with nature, and not being with nature is what is causing a lot of harm for us, and it's high time that we realize that and probably take some corrective actions to be with nature again. Especially when we have young children with us, they need this kind of an environment, exposure to this kind of an atmosphere, because irrespective of what we achieve in our life, deep down within we are all animals. We are all part of animal group in the global or life cycle. So there's a reason why we have to be with nature. Just look, listen to this nice sound. The bird calls. This nice smell of the place. The colors of nature. So many things happen here, and it's really hard to describe the positive feeling that engulfs you when you are in such a place. So the animal in all of us and the subconscious mind actually tells us we are where we are supposed to be. This is our home. This is our natural habitat. So for various reasons we have been misplaced from this place into something that is not ours, a city, a built ecosystem. We always convince ourselves saying that we are happy there, but then the true happiness, the real happiness is when you don't look for an adrenaline rush or a dopamine rush, but your soul starts feeling satisfied, and that is precisely what happens here. So when kids come here, I help them connect with nature, and there's always something or the other waiting to be discovered. Nature never disappoints you. And okay, fine, see, oh, as I was telling you about that, I noticed something interesting. Okay, see this? This is an amazing nest that has been built, used, and now deserted. Yeah. So there are always some good things like this around us. The only thing I need to tell all the kids is start observing nature. Start observing nature, connect with nature, and you'll never be disappointed. I just cannot explain this feeling in this video. This has to be experienced by everyone. No words can actually describe this feeling of being in such a beautiful space. And I now come to a place which I generally use as a classroom, and we always have a saying, look at this beauty here. We always have, who is doing farming in the wild jungles? Before me someone has come here and they've done all this digging, and they are our wild boars. So they do all the digging, they are the farmers of the jungle. And this is my classroom. When we conduct workshops for children, this is one place where we have some sessions. Every year during summer, we conduct a program for children between 8 and 12, 18, 15 years, which is called Anveshana. It's a 3-day residential program where kids come and stay with us in the farm, and they'll do all those silly little things that a child should be doing. Jumping in water, climbing the rocks, screaming, and they live a natural life amidst this natural surroundings. So you can imagine. And then the other thing I always tell is, elders or parents are not permitted to be with the kids in this program, because we have noticed kids don't enjoy their life when they are with parents. So this is one thing. Okay, I just noticed something here I can explain. There are these strings that are falling down from the tree. Okay, these strings. These strings are from Tinosporia. We discussed earlier the Amrutballi plant. These are from Tinosporia plant. They are creepers. Basically, any creeper, if it's climbing out of ground and onto a tree and going up the canopy, and if you cut off the base, they generally die off. But Tinosporia is not like that, it's an exception. So they stay on the canopy and they release this aerial root, and these aerial roots will start absorbing moisture from the atmosphere, and they'll keep the plant alive till the time the aerial roots reach the ground. The moment they start reaching the ground, they start forming their root system once again, and then hola, you have a new plant and a new life all over again. So that's why it's called Amruta. Amruta is, there's no death for this plant. There's no death for this plant. See, the moment it reaches the ground, it starts off with new roots system again. Okay, and earlier days these strings were actually used to stitch the wound after surgery, because they don't cause any infection and they are quite strong. What you can observe here is we have some fantastic growth of Pongamia pinnata trees. These Pongamia pinnata trees are known for their cleansing of the environment abilities. They are known for their nice cool breeze. They are antifungal, antibacterial in nature, so they actually cleanse the environment in a nice way. So this place has a lot of them, and you can see the wild growth of them.